Hello everyone, GZTV, and yeah, I know, gotta address the elephant in the room right off the fucking bat. I don't have my Squid Game shit on. I don't know where the fuck my mom put the shit. She was talking shit on us for wearing it, and my dad for fucking buying it, so she put it away. I don't know where the fuck it is. I hope I can find it for the last 2 episode reviews. I'll be sure to probably try to get it in the thumbnail. And by the way, just a quick announcement, college football is coming out Monday the 7th for Deluxe Edition, so I'll be playing that probably from 7 to 11 on my Twitch, GZTV Live on Twitch, all lowercase. So I'm probably gonna have to put a delay on some of the videos. I do think this will come out on Tuesday the 8th, but anyway, we're here to talk about Squid Game. We are here with the 4th episode of season 3, where we have 8 men and a baby. So without further ado, we're just kind of have a giant discussion, get into it. This was a pretty simplistic episode. Obviously, it was very pivotal. Obviously, a lot of pivotal moments happened as we are really careening down the path of this show coming to a conclusion. Whether that will be a satisfying conclusion or not, we will have to find out. But yeah, we got 2 more episodes left after this, and we only have 1 more game left. So we will see where they take this. Okay, fine. I'm gonna come right out and ask it. Are they going to kill the baby? I don't know. That's like the first thing you see when you see that the baby's getting involved. I know this is television, and 99 times out of 100 shows that aren't shows like Game of Thrones and that whole franchise are not going to kill the baby. That was obviously like a huge controversial moment. I'm not going to watch Game of Thrones, but I've heard people talk about them killing babies. That's one of the big examples of them doing that. But this is Squid Game. Yanking the audience's heartstrings as hard as possible until the damn thing snap is what the show does. So I'll ask it again. Is Squid Game gonna kill that goddamn baby? That's gonna be one of the more concerning things, one of the more intriguing things to find out as we get into a conclusion. Before you dismiss the possibility, consider the fates of all the other gentle souls who've braved the games over the course of seasons 2 and 3. Kind of like literally the baby faces, if you will, kind of like the good guys. Gyum-ja, the kindly old lady, she killed herself after killing her son to stop him from killing the baby's mom. Jun Ho, the injured young mother, she kills herself in this episode, flinging herself off a cliff rather than try and fail to get past the jump rope obstacle, leaving her baby's fate in Ji-hun's hands. It goes on. And there's characters before that. There were characters in season 2. There were characters in season 1 that killed themselves or got killed in the games that were the kindest, gentlest souls on the outside you could ever meet. Hyunju, Gyum-ja, and Jun-hee's kind but formidable friend and defender, murdered accidentally on purpose by Myung-ji, the baby's father. Min-soo, the timid young man who got into debt through no real fault of his own, reduced to a zoned out pill popper who's experiencing the events befalling him like an acid tripping soldier near the end of certain movies. There's a lot of inspiration there. Again, he's an innocent soul, and yeah, he's not dead, but we know what they're doing to these innocent people. You know, this show doesn't give a fuck. Jung-bae, played by Lee Seo-won, who made an appearance last season, Ji-hun's lovable loser buddy, executed by the frontman before Ji-hun's very eyes, didn't even die to the games, died out of pure rebellion, died for a good cause. And his killer? The seemingly kind-hearted player 001 Young-il, who Ji-hun believed to be his friend until the frontman unmasked and revealed the ruse in this very episode. And that's another thing, obviously, there's a lot of events, there's a lot of pivotal moments that are kind of being revealed here. The frontman reveals his face to Ji-hun, and that kind of dramatic irony kind of ends for the fans. So that's obviously very, very interesting. This results in one of Lee Jung-jae's most dramatic face journeys to date, which is really saying something. The whole like still shot of his face as he's like walking out of the guy's like room or office, lounge area, whatever the fuck they call it, is absolutely phenomenal. By the way, we got Scarface for today. Tony Montana will make his appearance. I actually made a video on Scarface, by the way. Go watch that. It's probably not the most organized, but go see it. This hour-plus episode is divided into 2 sections, basically. In the first, the surviving 24 players attempt to best the jump rope game. I mean, obviously, that's what they kind of had to begin this episode with, was the whole jump rope fiasco, and they did that, and I'm happy about it. Some are intent on killing each other first and foremost, which forces Ji-hun to deck and kill some asshole who keeps pushing people off the edge when they make it to the other side, and that was kind of the curiosity of the big cliffhanger of the last episode. Go watch my last review, by the way, of player 096 just knocking people off, and he succeeded about 3 or 4 times, but Ji-hun was like, no, fuck you, we're not doing this, we gotta win fair and square. It's a democracy. And Ji-hun's like, if they're gonna put us through hell, at least put us through hell in the right way, and us as players, not take it out on each other. It's only through Ji-hun's good graces and his willingness to squash a man's eyeball with his thumb on screen that anyone else survives at all. That was fucking badass. Ji-hun has completely gone off the deep end. That's kind of what his character has been heading towards this season, and that's another huge breaking point for him. That was fucking malicious. Not that this stops Mr. 100, the biggest debtor in the game, from immediately turning on not only Ji-hun, but the baby in his charge once the game is over. Player 100 is a fucking piece of shit. That is a guy that you're kind of designed to hate. He was like that one big burly guy from season 1, you know. You fucking hate guys like that. Jun personally intervened to save this asshole, but the moment he hears from the guards that the players themselves get to select who's eliminated in the next game, a minimum of 3 must go, the maximum is up to the players. Contestant 100 issues Jihun, Minsu, and the baby a death warrant. And this is such a fucking crazy thing. And on paper already, I'm kind of seeing how disappointing this could end. I know people criticize the show deeply for its ending. I could see how disappointing the final game could be with that kind of stake. But I don't know. It's also going to be very interesting. It's also going to be pretty intense, suspenseful to kind of get into who each player chooses, because there's some sides that could switch. And obviously, it is somewhat predictable what could happen. Myungji might try to play hero and save the baby, you know, but I don't know, man. It's one of the other players are all too eager to enforce. The baby is only a factor because the intervention of the VIPs, a disgusting and degenerate bunch of mostly youngish English-speaking rich assholes who sit around and snark and flirt and drink and generally have the time of their lives while other people die for their entertainment. I mean, what kind of fucking people are these? Like, realistically, I know they have to do this for the sake of the show and for the sake of you hating them, but who are these fucking people? These people are Satanists or something. I don't understand it, man. It's their idea to make the baby an official player in place of its late mother, and they seem as excited to see it murdered as any of the potential player murderers do. It's like, really? Kill a baby? Are you that big of a piece of shit that you want to see a baby die for your entertainment and to see like the downfall of other players? Like, what the fuck is wrong with some of these people? Seriously, I don't know. As for the frontman, he gives Jihun an ornate knife with which to defend himself, or stab the frontman to death if he wants, though it's clear by now the games will go on with or without any one individual. They have so many ranks, they have so many people under and above that could easily take over as the frontman, so it's not getting anywhere. Obviously, it could be a good revenge plot, maybe some closure, but the games are still going to continue. Jihun's not going to meet his ultimate goal of ending these games. The key to it all may be the frontman's IRL brother, Jun Ho, too. That's another guy that's going to be very interesting the next couple of episodes after seeing what happened to him this episode. By now, this dogged ex-cop and his band of mercenaries have narrowed down the location of the game island so well that the frontman gives the order for their erstwhile friend, Captain Park, to murder them all. Like, oh, we've been exposed. Kill them all. Jun Ho comes out on top, barely, with only one other member of his team surviving, the mercenary Kim. Player 256 is out on the water too. There's a lot of storylines. They do a pretty good job in this episode at kind of focusing on the side stories. Freed by Rogue, Guard, and Noel, that's obviously been a storyline that's been going on for the last episode or two. He takes off on a motorboat after she returns to the island following a threat against the man's sick child from her superior officer. You're not getting out, he is. Like, the masked officer understands, like, he has a daughter back in the mainlands that he needs to go to and tend to. He's like, alright, let that guy go. But if you don't come back, we're killing both of you. She's using herself as a diversion so the kid's dad can make it to safety through the foggy area. I'm not gonna lie, this episode, like, I think in general this episode was pretty confusing. I think the idea of picking 3 minimum players to kill is very fucking weird, because you could just spare yourself and kill everyone else. Like, say, like, I want to kill everyone else. If everyone else does the same thing, everyone's gonna die. Is that what they're aiming at? That could be a bold prediction. I'm not really sure. Let me know in the comments how you think this is going to end. And also, the other thing I'm pretty confused on is this whole Noel situation. They're threatening to kill you both. Why are you going back? I didn't really understand it. Some things probably need to be cleared up for me. Anyway, and through it all, that cheery Squid Game strangeness fuels the whole damn thing. During the jump rope game, drugged out Minsu sees the gigantic little boy statue smiling at him, which is fucking crazy. There was some pretty crazy imagery they threw on the screen there. Hundreds of feet below him, crumpled bodies lie in pools of their own blood against a painted field of flowers spanning the floor. It's just such a contradictory nature, and that's something that has made the show so popular over the years. After the game, the 8 surviving adult contestants, all men, are dressed up in black ties and fitted with an all-you-can-eat dinner in front of the piggy bank full of money and a room with wall-to-wall black and white tiling. The visual echoes, again, a lot of people give comparison to some other shows that I haven't seen. I'm not really going to get into it. Across the walls in huge letters, a Latin saying is inscribed, Hodi mihi cross TV, and that's something I saw in my notes and I kind of found out now what it meant, but the whole episode I was reading through to see what the fuck that meant. It's a memento mori kind of sentiment. Put simplest, it means me today, you tomorrow. Okay, that's strange. The meaning is twofold. There's a lot of ways people are interpreting that. Like, before the last 2 episodes started, some people were saying, in one sense, it's the obvious truth of the games. Someone will die today, and someone who watches them die will die the next day. But depending on how you read it, it's neither a lament nor a grim reminder, but a warning, even a promise. You may be on top now, but tomorrow is another day. And if you put a baby on your hit list, don't be surprised if people hit back. And that's almost like a way that, like, the front man is saying, like, hey, don't go after this fucking baby. You don't know what's coming for you. And obviously the Korean Korean contestants don't know Latin, but it's some interesting things to talk about. That's kind of the episode there. I kind of want to wrap this up. I don't want to make these episodes too long. There was one of the reviews that was like 15 minutes of video worth editing, and just today and throughout the weekend I had to work on like a 25 or 26 minute video. So I'm trying not to do that to myself, give you guys nice, concise content, but let me know in the comments what you guys think. We can kind of expand this further. I'm kind of just here to recap the episode, give you guys a nice little plot line, and then kind of move on with my day. But just kind of talking about what I think of the episode, I think a lot of the storylines are intriguing. I think like the fate of Noel will be interesting. Is she going to be wandering around the compound trying to sneak around the masked officers, finessing, trying to help possibly the other players? We know she doesn't really have a relationship with the other players, but what's she going to do? Obviously the whole thing with Jun Ho trying to find his brother, get to the island, that's probably one of the most important ones. And of course the main storyline of the players trying to vote against each other, who you want to get killed, and also just like how that's going to work. Whoever gets the most votes, like what's going to happen to them? Are they just going to get executed on spot by the guards? It's going to be crazy. I really cannot wait to watch it. I can't wait to see how they execute that. Whether they execute it poorly or not doesn't really matter to me at this point. My curiosity is piqued as we're getting into the final 2 episodes, 2 hours I guess I should say, because these are becoming feature-length episodes of the entire damn thing. So with that being said, I'm out guys. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I gotta get to bed. Tomorrow college football comes out. I have the fucking timer pulled up on my PlayStation. Don't you worry, I'm gonna be showing y'all that.